Don't tread on me. Those are words that I stand by, homie. It doesn't mean I'm gangster, it doesn't mean I'm country. It means that my life is in my hands only. I don't have money for security, I don't have armed guards that I keep snug around me. You don't think I deserve protection like you do, and that means you don't give a fuck about me.
Officer involved shooting leaves 17-year-old boy deceased.
Hello, I'm Ken Scarlett, Chief of Police for the Springfield Illinois Police Department. The purpose of this video is to provide available video surveillance footage, officer body-worn camera footage, and 911 tapes pertaining to an officer-involved shooting. The shooting took place on September 30th around 7:45 p.m. at the Sangamon County Juvenile Detention Center, as an armed individual who had taken a female hostage was attempting to escape the secured facility. Additionally, the same individual had fired at multiple victims inside the center just prior to officers' arrival. Our agency remains committed to transparency, as the intention of releasing this narrated video is to provide greater insight into the active shooting within the center, as well as the heroic actions of the responding officers. There may be portions of this video that are difficult to watch, and viewer discretion is advised. We will begin with the 911 calls that were made by several employees who were inside the detention center at the time of the shooting.
911, what's the your emergency?
This is Sangamon County Juvenile Center. Oh my goodness.
What's going
We
on?
have a kid that has a gun and he's shooting inside of he has a, oh my God, we need somebody here now, please.
He's inside shooting?
Yes, he's inside. Somehow he's got a gun.
He has a
He's
hostage?
He has a hostage with him.
Where did you last see him at?
He's body control room. He has a gun. He was holding.
Did he shoot me once?
I think he did. Yes.
You
yes, please,
think he did?
Please.
Who's he holding hostage?
One of the other residents, a female, and he just shot through the window at me.
Okay, so he's holding a female resident hostage.
He's got a female resident hostage. He just blew a window right next to me when I was trying to get into another room with another resident. We need as many units as you got.
Okay.
216, 217, 201, 202, and you can start. Callers in the control room, 2201 South Dirksen. Have a juvenile inside the business shooting. Several shots fired, 2201 South Dirksen.
Attention all units. Sangamon County is en route to an active shooter, 2201 South Dirksen, the Juvenile Center.
Multiple officers from the Springfield Police Department and surrounding agencies responded to this initial call for service. The first arriving squad car was occupied with a veteran SPD officer and a recruit in training. Here you will observe their actions upon arrival to this rapidly evolving scene.
Stay here. Watch what you see. Tell me what you see.
The veteran officer immediately retrieves his department-issued rifle from the trunk area, as the officer in training takes up a position just behind him. The two quickly developed a plan of action and began to approach the front entry doors of the facility when they observed the front door swing wide open. The veteran officer observed the suspect armed with a handgun and the hostage. Please keep in mind, this portion of the video is difficult to watch. As you will witness, even though the suspect has been shot and the weapon dislodged from his hand, he still attempts to regain control of it, at which time the officer fires another round.
Pay attention to the video at this point. Why does the girl willingly follow the shooter out of the building? Listen to her screams. They sound like the screams of someone who had feelings for the shooter. I could be way off base here, but this is my take on the situation. Also, how did this kid obtain a firearm in a lockdown facility? None of the guards are allowed a firearm inside the secure facility. Did he have help from someone on the inside? Food for thought. Back to the video.
The officer recognizes the suspect has now raised his hands in the air, at which time he requests immediate and medical attention. Also at this time, the hostage is taken away to safety by the officer in training.
Get up, get up, get up! Do not move! Up, come, come! Right here.
As other officers arrive on scene, they begin to provide life-saving medical care by applying tourniquets to the now injured suspect until medical professionals arrive. The suspect was rushed to a nearby Level 1 Trauma Center, HSHS St. John's Hospital, where he would succumb to his injuries. The hostage received superficial injuries from shrapnel, and she was treated and released from a local hospital. While the death is tragic, the instantaneous, organized response, which was carried out exactly how the officers were trained, clearly prevented additional loss of life. Officers recovered a Garson 9mm handgun from the foyer area that the suspect had in his possession throughout the entire incident. In accordance with the Springfield Police Department general orders, both initial responding officers have been placed on restricted duty assignment pending the complete and thorough investigation, which is handled by the Illinois State Police. All relevant material pertaining to this case has been forwarded to the Sangamon County State's Attorney's Office. Law enforcement is a dangerous profession that oftentimes requires split-second decision-making. It is this decision-making that can oftentimes be the difference maker as it pertains to active shooting incidents. I commend the professionalism of all responding officers and am grateful this terrible incident was brought to a swift resolution.
Why is it that every time something like this happens, officers always go for the unalive shot?
Help me out if I get robbed. What if somebody were to beat up my mother? Who's gonna be there to save our lives? You? Nah, me, motherfucker. I'm the only one that's got my back. It's dog eat dog, these are not no cats.